Hi everyone. I wanted to do a message on the rise of psychedelics. There is a lot of legalization or exploration of psychedelics, particularly in the US, but as the US opens that, other places open it more too, or become more open to the idea. And I wanted to share my thoughts on that as more doors open with that, because the politics are involved in it. You see Trump. It's a good thing. Of course, it's a brilliant thing for people who feel drawn to that path. I work with medicines myself. I notice the connection now in my life and how, well, as a teenager, I was diving in that stuff in an unhealthy way to cope with my emotions, and that was offered to me in my vulnerable times, and I took it, and it was not a great experience. Excuse me, sorry. But I've learned how that is not respectful through all of that. Alcohol too in those times. Just any thing I could get my hands on to cope. But I, throughout the years, learned a better way of connecting with medicines and actually doing the work with medicines. I felt drawn to cacao, as my post says, one of my posts, 2023, did not fully know what I was getting into, to be honest. I just felt a draw to cacao, and I do when my heart is in need of it. And she helps me when I'm grieving or I have some emotional processes to do. And when I try to work with her when I don't feel that pull, I don't experience that sort of growing. So I know that I feel a draw to her when it's needed for me. And I work with Hape, teaching me about what a healthy masculine is like. And I'm really grateful for that. Still a relationship I'm building, but it's beautiful and emotional. And with the rise of psychedelics, it's very important that you're aware of what spaces you're going to, as psychedelics are amazing and beautiful and can offer so much healing, but if you do it in a way of running away from yourself, then that's exactly what will happen. And some people do not hold the space that is needed for psychedelics. People use it mindlessly. People use it as a way to escape their self. And you get further away from yourself. And certain spaces do not hold that safety that is needed for it, because it's an opening. It opens your body, it opens your system, and these corrupt spaces can call in more than what you think. There's light and dark, right? And there's false light. There's things that are tricksters that will bounce into you if you're not in a safe space, that will have you thinking all of these good egotistical type of ideologies about yourself, because that's the frequency that those beings run on. They run on ego, they run on power, they run on pride, they run on the sense of wanting control, they run on all of that. And they will give you that sense of confidence. But they will also harvest you. They will stray you away from your soul and your heart. And they will push you onto a path that you might not be aware that you're walking in. Because sometimes it's hard to see exactly where we're at, especially in those states of minds, of ego. And we're like, yes, I'm working with the medicines, I am this, I'm that, I'm above them, I'm above this, blah, blah, blah. Yes, I'm actually doing it. I'm important in the sense of I'm more than these other people who are not doing it. I'm this, I'm that. While you're also struggling mentally. While you're also dealing with the dark. While you're also in the dark about people. Medicines can teach you about how to actually honor and respect people in the light, and how to be a proper higher vibrating soul in being connected to other people, in having humbleness to yourself and others, in being loving and caring, but it can also stray you away from that if you're not in the right spaces, if you're not in the right sense of mind, if you don't have the right guidance. It can be used as a way to corrupt you, in a way to stray you off. There's so many manipulations in this world, and psychedelics can be used from these big politicians in order to control you. You think, hey, I'm moving beyond the politicians, I'm moving beyond this, I'm moving beyond that, and I'm gaining a sense of control of myself, but yet you might be unaware of how you're actually being controlled by the very energy that controls them, which is ego and pride and control, and having a lack of respect for people, women, men, society. We're meant to be growing together. We're meant to be humble in this experience. Not judgmental of other people. Not looking down on other people. And I've been in that space of being surrounded by those types of people who think they're all this and that because they do psychedelics. But really I see how they're controlled by the dark without even realizing it. Because the dark functions on those main characteristics that I just listed. And how those people being corrupted by that inadvertently harvest from other people without knowing. So as the rise of psychedelics happen, it is so important to be aware of who you're going to, what type of person they are, what space are they holding, are they protective, do they know energy work? Because the medicines are energy work. And the same way that you're programmed in society, you can be programmed while under these plant medicines. I see people who boast about taking psychedelics and using weed and all of that in an improper manner, and how they feel a sense of pride in themselves for doing that, but I see how dark aspects control them. medicines can bring you closer to love and the importance of that. But it involves meeting harder aspects of yourself, your shadows, your pains, your traumas, all of that. And I'm just saying that as people open these experiences more to the public, there needs to be an awareness and a protection of yourself, because it's not just a game to play. And this is not a scary thing too, it's just an awareness. As the dark controls people without them knowing, gives them that ego feeling, which is a good feeling, in a sense. But it's a disconnection of self, beyond the masks of pride and ego. It's a stray away from the vulnerable, deeper aspect of your heart. And another way of gaining control of people. It's an energetic thing. Because you're open in that space and things can be placed on you. So I just wanted to say that message, because I feel like it's important. And to do your research about who you're going to see, and trust your gut. It's so important. Take care.